What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another music review. If you guys checked out my last video, I really appreciate it. Continue to, support if you'd like. Go ahead and like my YouTube videos and subscribe if you wish. And I'll even drop the motherfucking notification bell in case you want to, turn that on so you can get notified when I release a video. Anyways, guys, life is boring. Hate to break it to you. It's another rainy day here in Seattle. Yesterday was super nice, and then I wanted to film a video. Was hoping I might be able to do it outside, but now it's raining. It was hailing this morning, so if you're wondering where I'm at. Alright, guys, today I'm going to be reviewing 100 GECS album. 100 GECS. So this album, well, first I'll tell you about how I heard about 100 GECS. I heard about 100 GECS. I was at a Brockhampton concert here in Seattle, and the opening act was 100 GECS. In the decision of whether or not I should go to the opening act, I listened to 100 GECS in advance. I didn't go to see the opening act. So if that should tell you anything about how I originally felt about 100 GECS, that's it. Let's pull up their Spotify page and see what they say about themselves here. 100 GECS is a duo between Laura Les and Dylan Brady, scavenging scraps of musical influences and welding them into dangerous machines. They destroy the competition with their army of lethal bangers, critically heralded as very good, and music. Their ambition knows no bounds. So anyways, guys, they got 521,000 monthly listeners. So like pretty decent following. So came out in 2019. Not really sure when. All right, so the first track we got here to review is 745 Sticky. All right, so overall impressions of 745 Sticky. A lot of their songs kind of sound, like fun. Like you could listen to them maybe and like kind of, move a little bit, but like as an actual musical creation and like what it brings to the table, it's not much. There's some kind of repetitive lyrics in here. There's a couple of times in this album where like there's a lot of repetitiveness, and in this song specifically, the vocalists kind of repeat, I could do what I want first try. You take like 10 tries. Generally about this song, like I said, it's kind of fun. It's not a good song though. There's a lot of debate about whether 100 GECS is like literally like, is it actual music, because it's kind of electronically made and like it doesn't seem like there's a lot of effort in constructing it, at least in terms of vocal performance. But you know what, like compared to all the other tracks that I've listened to on this album, 745 Sticky is not the worst, and I would just say go listen to it for yourself. It's definitely a unique experience, and one that I can't really get into unironically. We're going to move on to the next track. It's Money Machine, so here we go. All right, I've actually heard this song many times. So my basic opinion about it is, again, another song where you can kind of groove to it, and it's a good like party song and things like that. It's a 1 minute and 50-second track, so really brief and to the point. Again, the vocals here kind of nauseating after a while. I wouldn't really expect anyone to actually want to listen to this unless it was in a very specific scenario. And I shouldn't really say everyone, because, you know, a lot of people like music that I don't like, which is totally fine, and that's what I love about music. But this is not the music that I love, I will say that. I definitely have listened to this song ironically, and a few times unironically, but overall, again, kind of this like distorted feel. In terms of the genre that they're actually diving into, I think this song in particular is one that they do better than most, and kind of actually exemplifies like what this type of music can be in terms of what they're going for, as I said. So I'd probably give this track about a 6 out of 10. So we're gonna move on to 800 dB cloud. I'm assuming that stands for decibel cloud. Here we go. Okay, I actually have heard all of these tracks before, but some of them just like once, so it kind of takes me a little listen to remember. 800 dB cloud is the third track on here, and it's actually, now that I'm listening to it right in this moment, I actually think that I like this song more than Money Machine, and that's kind of what a lot of 100 GECS brings to the table. And so, yeah, that's kind of what they're known for stylistically. Very like distorted instrumentals here. Again, it's a common theme. So very distorted instrumentals, kind of this like really intense chorus almost, where you know, it goes, you know, bah, 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 bah. So that's what I was kind of grooving to. As like an actual song, because, you know, what we have to remember at the end of the day is this is attempting to be what we would define as music. And, you know, I think anything is anything that you want it to be, especially in art, such as this. But, you know, if this was art, this would be for sure some Picasso, because it's so ridiculously abstract and out of the norm that, yeah, that's all I really have to say about this track. So we're going to move on to the fourth track, I Need Help Immediately, which I will say some of these tracks' names are really fucking funny. So we're going to go to track 4, I Need Help Immediately. Okay, there's not much I can say about this. I Need Help Immediately is a track in which it feels like someone went on GarageBand and started playing different sound effects, because that's literally what it is. Go ahead and listen to it for yourself in case I wasn't able to get it on the video. I might have some songs in here on the video, but it's hard with like copyright strikes and things like that. But go ahead and listen to this for yourself and you'll know exactly what I mean when I say that this track in particular is literally just sound effects. It's just sound effects, and it doesn't really even come together cohesively. It's just 1 minute and 20 seconds of sound effects. So in terms of actual like listening quality, I cannot imagine a scenario in which someone would want to even think about listening to this song. It's that bad. So you know, with most of these tracks, even though I don't like the genre, I can kind of understand, at least empathize, if not understand what they're going for and like how it could be appealing. This is not one of them. 0.5 out of 10. The only redeeming quality maybe is I'm too nice. It's a 0. There's no redeeming quality. Okay, so we're gonna move on to track 5, which is Stupid Horse. Here we go.
Pick it up! Bet my money on a stupid horse, I lost that. So I ran out to the track to get my cash back. I just gotta leave this place with a big bag. So I found a fucking jockey and I grabbed that. Pushed him down to the ground and I punched him in his face. Yeah, I stole his phone, that put him in his place. Me and the horse, we ran out of the place. Then we took my horse back to my place. Stupid horse, I just fell out of the Porsche. Lost the money in my bank account, oh no. Stupid horse, I just fell out of the Porsche. Lost the money in my bank account, oh no. Stupid horse, I just fell out of the Porsche. Lost the money in my bank account, oh no. stupid horse. I just fell out of the Porsche. Lost some money in my bank account. Woo! Pick it up! Stupid horse and a swordfish dance. I'm spending my money on fish that jealous I got.
That song goes fucking. Oh my god, that song goes hard, bro. I've, again, actually listened to this song unironically. And I think my general consensus is that this is like, oh my god. It's actually kind of catchy. So props to Lauren Les and Dylan Brady for that, because a lot of these tracks on here are just absolutely terrible. But this one in particular is actually something I could really fucking dance to, man. Damn, that's a pretty good song. I'm not gonna lie. All right, we're halfway through here. So track 6 is XXXI underscore WUD wood underscore never stop underscore UXXX. So here we go. Okay, so we went from Stupid Horse, which was a pretty decent song, kind of a banger though, to this XX would never stop XXX. As funny as the name is, this song is not good. It's I could see kind of stylistically what the vocalist was going for in terms of like this kind of like high-pitched, almost whiny sort of voice, which we can see kind of similarly to artists like Kanye, maybe, in terms of like kind of that Runaway outro distortion. If you've heard that song Runaway by Kanye West, it's kind of similar, but it doesn't really hit for me here. So in my personal opinion, I'm going to have to give this track a 0. It kind of goes from that vocal performance to just heavy hitting bass, almost just like noise to throw at you here in the middle of the album. So we're going to move to track 7, Ringtone. Ringtone. This is a track I've also listened to a couple times. Ringtone is one of the few songs on this album, this project, where there is some sort of rhythm and like actually something you can move to and not just inaudible screeching. So Ringtone is actually kind of comes out to life in that way. And sorry, there's someone drilling next door, so you might hear that. But so yeah, like I think this one actually can kind of be a bop too, you know. Again, there's a lot of uniqueness, and like people are talking about how this is like renowned, right? Like 1,000 or fucking 100 GECS is a new type of experiment and like something that people are starting to like. Ringtone is just kind of repetitive lyrics, you know. My boy's got his own ringtone. It's the only one I know. It's the only one I know. My boy, and it just kind of repeats that. Something you can definitely. It's very. The instrumental is very kind of just simplistic and just repetitive again. So, in terms of like this song being complex, not very complex, but it's actually kind of listenable. So I will commend it for that. So we're gonna move on to GECS by 100 GECS on the album 1000 GECS. Here's track 8. GECS is another track in which there are just random sound effects. I don't know if these are supposed to act as interludes, as you would see on a normal album. I say normal is relative, but you know, on an album that isn't kind of garbage, would this be an interlude, you know, because it doesn't really have like an actual song in it. And then towards the outro, the phrase gek sorry, gek is repeated. So yeah, 0 out of 10. No effort put in here. I don't even know how you could even listen to this and think that it's something that is worth listening to. No offense to anyone that actually thinks that this is a good song, but you got me, because I don't know. Track 9, Hand Crushed by a Mallet. Wow. Again, same kind of thing, but what I will say about this particular track is there's actually kind of lyrics of vulnerability here, and kind of like heartbreak almost, which was very interesting to listen to compared to the first 8 tracks, because they were kind of just, either flexing or just talking about things that don't make any sense. So Hand Crushed by Mallet actually kind of brings a little substance. It has some appeal, again, kind of similar to Money Machine, the second track, where it could be played at parties, things like that. It has a lot of heavy bass and kind of something you can, vibe to in that certain situation. But I think, it's a stronger song on this project. It's stronger than some of the things that had been put beforehand. So yeah, I mean, I could see myself actually listening to this. And so for that reason, despite all of the distortion and kind of nonsensical parts of the song, I'm gonna give it a 6. I think it's a decent track. So we got the last track here, track 10, GECS to You. Okay, so I'm a little upset here because this was the outro track, and I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of not optimistic, just based on the name, because the last song that had the word GECS in it was just noise and not a song. GECS to You actually kind of brings a lot of like atmospheric spaciness in the beginning, which I kind of like in music. So that was kind of actually nice to listen to. And I'm like, oh wow, they actually did a good outro. Like, this is kind of nice. And it was a lot more mellow compared to the tracks they had done beforehand. And then as you hit the end, there is literally just like that, bass wise. Sorry, again, there's things happening outside. I can close this window. So GECS to You started out strong for an outro track, and then I think it kind of fell off when it started to hit that repetitiveness once again. Which leads me to my outro here. This album has a lot of things that are kind of interesting and intriguing, and a lot of things that I think fall through. One thing I will say, though, is I think the dynamic between Laura Les and Dylan Brady actually kind of works together. They seem to really stylistically complement each other, and they seem like they could work together for a good long time on this project that is 100 GECS. So I think I referred at the beginning of the video to this album as 100 GECS, self-titled. It's actually titled 1000 GECS. So seems like there's not a lot of effort put in. And I don't know the depths of music producing, but I think that a lot of people could kind of top the production on this pretty quick in learning music producing. It seems pretty basic and just kind of, again, just like sound effects and really heavy distortion and bass. For the most part, this is just basically noise. Stupid Horse, though, slaps. So if anything, listen to Stupid Horse, and your day would be okay. It might actually be better because of Stupid Horse. I kind of like that song. I think Stupid Horse kind of slaps. Honestly, Stupid Horse might be like an 8, bro. It kind of slaps. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video. Again, 1000 GECS, the album, gets a 3 out of 10 for me. So thanks for watching, guys. If you have any input or anything you'd like me to talk about, go ahead and comment that below, or message me if you know me. Go ahead and subscribe to me. Really appreciate it, guys. See you later.